Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will share simple steps to find the timing of new job considering KP Astrology principles. Now for those who are new, you can check my earlier videos on KP Astrology and you can even read my blog post, because if you have to read a horoscope considering KP Astrology, then you need to know all the principles of KP Astrology. So you can read my blog post, check my earlier videos, and then if interested, you can enroll into my course. Also, I'll soon be launching my book on KP Astrology. Alright, so today I'll be sharing a case study and I will walk you through a journey of that person who lost his job, then he faced struggle, and then he finally got a new job. See, every horoscope is different, and I strongly believe that if a person is going through a challenging time, then that means nature has its unique way to teach him or her a lesson. And here KP Astrology is super helpful. It can guide you and even highlight your mistakes, your shortcomings, so you can work on them, and then at the same time make the best of your strengths and use those strengths in overpowering the downtime of your life. So how to use those combinations in the best way, let's understand that. So let's begin. Alright, this is a horoscope of a person who lost his job in COVID time, that is around 2021. So first step is to select self-significators. And what are the self-significators? In this horoscope, Rahu, Jupiter, Mercury and Mars is in its own nakshatra. So that will also become a self-significator. So these all planets will work as star lord also. Then see Rahu Ketu. Which planets are linked? This is very important because this way we can understand what attitude is required in a work area. And the favorable combination for career is 2, 6, 10, 11, and unfavorable is 1, 5, 9, 8, 12. Now it looks very simple. Okay, 2, 6, 10, 11 is here and 1, 5, 9 is negative. But it has deep meaning in it. You might see horoscopes where 2, 6, 11 is there, but in spite of that, one is not making money. And you might see horoscopes where you will see 5, 8, 12 and they are making good money. So the meaning is that you have to see the horoscope in depth. That is astrology. Now, in a horoscope, we will read 3 cusp house scripts to check promise in the horoscope. So firstly, first house, 6th house and 10th house. Start with the first cusp because you need to know basic personality of a person. And at times, person himself is so depressed and confused and no clarity, he has no vision and he has ego issues. And when ego comes, everything comes to an end. So humility and persistence is required. Then one can reach heights in career. Else these negative traits can stop one to attain success. Now here we see at the first cusp, we see Virgo, Mars, Rahu. So note down Rahu script. And then 10th cusp, you see Gemini, Jupiter and Venus are here. So you will note down Venus script. Then 6th house, you see Aquarius, Jupiter, Sun. So we will note down Sun script. Now let's start with the first cusp to understand this person's basic personality or his basic approach in life, because that will never change. You will have to put a lot of effort to bring some change in yourself. And here we see Rahu is involved. Rahu is the first house cusp sublord. Okay, so Rahu is self-significator, like I said. So check Rahu in cusp houses and add to the script like I have added. Again, whenever you see a self-significator, you have to see that planet in cusp houses also. It can be at star, it can be at sub. Okay, so I added Rahu script like 1379. This is the Rahu script. Now this person is influenced by Rahu, and Rahu shows 4, 5, 6, 8. And through star it involves 7 and 12th house. Like here you will see Rahu over here. This is 10th cusp. Don't get confused. So you will see Rahu because this personality is influenced by Rahu. Rahu shows 4, 5, 6, 8, and then I added 1379 through cusp. So that will also be added over here. So we see Rahu, and then through star it's showing 12th house also. Now what does it show? Now, this kind of personality is self-obsessed, dry and serious due to 4th house, 4 and 12. Suspicious in nature, and 12 states he will stay away from others, loner. 7th house states business minded, he will do a lot of comparisons. Now this can be good and bad both. It's always good to get inspired from others, but when you get restless due to others' achievements, then that is a bad comparison. That is never helpful. Okay, so sublord is Ketu, and Ketu indicates aloofness, no desire, low profile, and detachment. But generally, it makes a person act mindless because Ketu does not give spiritual attitude to everyone. This needs a lot of sacrifice and penance. And a real Ketu person is not sad or depressed. He is simple but content. Inside he is awakened. So the combination of 6, 8, 12 at the first cusp, it states bad health. Now let's read the promise for career. So we saw in the 10th cusp, we saw Gemini, Jupiter and Venus were there. So we will read Venus script. Like you can see on the screen, 10th cusp, Venus is there. So we will read Venus script. And Venus is in the nakshatra of Mars. So Mars at Star Lord, it states technical job. So like a software engineering. But the combination 3-8, it also indicates miscommunication. Okay, so the career script involves conflict and disturbance in the job, and Rahu at sublord. It states changes in job. Why? Because we see 1, 5, 8, 9 and single favorable house, that is 6th house. All these house experiences will be more like 6, 8 and 5. These experiences will be more, and 6 alone cannot do much. Like this you have to understand. Now if you see here in career script, we see Venus is a 10th cusp sublord, and its script includes Rahu. Sublord is Rahu. So Rahu will be seen at Star Lord. And Rahu is self-significator. So it will give results at Star Lord also. Now, just now I said first house cusp sublord is also Rahu. And Rahu's negative impact on personality has weakened his career graph. He can be stuck in career due to his close mindset. So if Rahu is involved in career, positive will be one is very ambitious. He has big visions. He wants to do so many things. He's clever. He has good contacts. And he speaks high of himself. He doesn't have inferiority complex. He will show off. Maybe he has a fake personality. Then see 6th cusp. So 6th cusp is Aquarius, Jupiter, Sun. So we will read Sun script over here like this. Sun is in Ketu Nakshatra. Now look at the script. We see both combinations. We see 6, 10, 11 plus we see 5, 8 and 12 also. So what exactly will happen in his job? Now for a job, if a person is in a creative or research field, then it's very helpful. Otherwise, one may lose interest. The involvement of Ketu indicates a job in multinational company and technical work. Ketu here may lead to instability or loss of interest in projects. So here Ketu involves Saturn. Like I said, you have to see what planets are included in Rahu Ketu script. So if you see Ketu over here, Saturn aspects Ketu. So Ketu has Saturn traits 5, 6, 8. and Saturn is in 8th house. This again suggests technical sector, but delay and pain in work. The combination of houses 5, 8 and 10, these help in technical solutions or research department, but they are not good for health or relationship. Now let's move to that Dasha when this guy lost his job. Mahadasha was of Jupiter, Antardasha was of Venus. So Venus, we read that Venus timeline will give struggle and frustration and humiliation, like we read in the script. Now what does Jupiter says? Because Mahadasha is of Jupiter. Jupiter in Venus star, like here. See, Jupiter is in Venus star, but Jupiter is also the self-significator. So we will read Jupiter in cusp houses also. You see in 2nd house, 6th house and then 10th house. So this states Jupiter in Venus star, and Venus states 2, 9 plus Jupiter shows 3, 4, 7 plus just now I said 2, 6, 10 also. Now Jupiter in Venus star, that includes 2, 9 plus 2, 6, 10. Like I said in cusp chart also you have to see. This will give job, but again sudden hurdles and delay is also seen, because Venus star lord will also be considered. So Venus includes 8th house. When we have to read about Mahadasha Jupiter, you have to read Jupiter in cusp houses plus star lord Venus also in cusp house. So you have to see Jupiter, it is here at 2, 6 and 10. And then Venus also you have to see Venus presence. So we see Venus is here at 8th house and 10th house. So Venus is involving 8th house. This you have to add in Venus script when you are reading Jupiter Mahadasha. Alright, so Mahadasha Jupiter says this person can get a job, but hurdles will be there because Venus involved 8th house. So we read Mahadasha Jupiter involves 2, 6, 10 plus Venus at 8th house. So all these will be added over here. You will, because when you are reading Mahadasha, you will add 2, 6, 10 over here, and Jupiter is self-significator. So all these houses will be read as star lord, and Venus is including 2nd house plus 8th house at cusp. So 8th house will also be involved over at star lord. So like this you have to read about the Mahadasha. So Mahadasha says, yes, this person will get a job, but since 8th house is involved, so sudden hurdles can be there, delay will be seen, frustration will be seen when Venus timeline will come. Just read the Venus script. We see 8th house, 5th house, 12th house. And at sublord also we see 5, 8. And towards sublord we see only 6th house and 7th house. So in career script, houses 5, 8 and 12 indicate the need for passion, research and transformation in work. It's important to upgrade specialized skills and follow the ongoing Dasha planet's direction. Because Venus script is saying, if 5, 8, 12 is involved, those events will be faced. And Rahu indicates deep involvement in work, while Ketu may lead to childish behavior. So Mahadasha Jupiter involves 5, 8 and 9. And one thing I have to add here, that Mahadasha Jupiter involves 9th house. Okay, and this negates 10th house. So that means a change in profession will be experienced, because 9th is a 12th, 9th is 12th from 10th house of your career. So this states a change in career field. Now let's see Venus script once again. Look at Venus script. You have to see that what houses are involved, because when Venus Antardasha was going on at that time, he faced a lot of problems. What kind of problems? He lost his job. So as you can see, complete combination is seen. 5 with 12 is seen. And towards sublord, we see 6 is there. But at Star Lord, lot of problems. After a lot of problems, one will get job. Only sixth house cannot get you a job. 5, 8, 12. Remember these three houses, what they will do. In career script, when 5, 8, 12 houses are activated, these indicate the need for passion, research, and transformation in work. And it's important to upgrade specialized skills and follow the ongoing Dasha planet's direction, because if Dasha is showing 5, 8, 12, that means that is required. You cannot escape those events. This Antardasha planet, Venus, is showing a lot of problems in staying in a job. But Sublord shows 6, 7 and this is supporting. But after the journey of 5, 8, 12, then he will find job. So in this journey, his wife left. He got very restless and suspicious because Rahu got activated. Then he had severe health issues. He got into depression. But when Rahu Antardasha began in January 2022, then he got a job. Why? Because towards end you can see 6, 10, 11. 5, 8, 12 was experience, but Sublord supported. Another important thing to note is transit planets. You have to check transit planets also. Mainly Saturn and Jupiter plus Antardasha planet. Which sign is it transiting? Like Venus in this case. You have to see where is Venus right now. Of course, Antardasha should be favorable. But Mahadasha, Antardasha, Saturn, Jupiter. These planets transit signs will be noticed. Then only you will be able to tell about the timing of any event. Be it job, be it marriage. And if the transit signs are supporting job, then one will get job, else one will have to wait and work on his shortcomings. And when Antardasha Venus was in Jupiter's sign, then he got job. See, Jupiter was in Aquarius, Saturn sign, and see Saturn is supporting. Saturn is involving 11th house and 6th house, and 6 is there at Sublord. So complete combination is made. Rahu will be seen at Starlord also. So here 11 alone will not be considered. 6, 11 will be considered. So we will count 4, 6, 11 as positive combination in Saturn sign, because Jupiter is very important. And here Jupiter is Mahadasha also. Mahadasha Jupiter in Aquarius, Saturn, that is favorable. Venus in Jupiter sign, even that is favorable. And Saturn planet, because Saturn is Kal, because Saturn is really important, that is a 10th sign of natural zodiac. So whenever you have to check about job, Saturn transit cannot be ignored. That tells about the Kal. The main timeline is highlighted by Saturn. And Saturn was in Capricorn, in Moon star. So we have to see, is Moon supporting job or not? Capricorn sign is supporting, Saturn is supporting, then Moon star is also supporting. So these are the steps you have to consider. You can make notes because it takes time to understand astrology. In the end, I would say that when a person loses his job, certain combinations are activated through the Mahadasha and Antardasha planets. And there is a higher purpose and reason behind this struggle. The reason is that you have to deal with the activation of houses like pain, delay and disappointment in your life. Pain is given by 8th house, delay is given by 8th house, and then 12th house gives a lot of problems and rejections and disappointment. So this struggle allows you to identify your shortcomings, reflect on yourself, work on self-empowerment. That is the only option you have. So the 5th house might end your job, but it also offers you a chance to enhance your specialized skills. because you have to pay attention to health, add creativity to your work. This is the remedy part. Eighth house, it can put strain on you because it wants you to transform, and change is always for better. Ninth house indicates higher learnings and the end of career also, like we saw in the case study. And sometimes when a career isn't helping you grow anymore, it's better to end it and start something unexplored. The 12th house teaches you how to overcome rejection. Because if 12th is involved, separation will be there, rejection will be there, disappointment will be there. So, how to face disappointment and then let it go and accept changes. It's all about surrendering to what life throws at you. So, this struggle might be tough, but it takes you through a journey that's an important milestone in your life. So, it helps you stay humble and grounded and prepares you for new experiences in life. So keep learning and practice on horoscopes, because the truth is that it takes a lot of time to understand the secrets of astrology.